Hello, welcome to Curriculum Night and welcome to Botany. I'm Jerry Bondy and I'll be your student's botany teacher for this semester. I put together a little presentation for us so you can get to know a little bit about me. This is my 11th year teaching science here at Adams. I've been primarily teaching biology and botany, and this is the 10th. I didn't teach botany my first year, so this is the 10th year that I've been teaching it, so it's, of course, I know very well. New to me this year is student council. I'm a first year student council advisor. I've been running Link Crew for the past 4 years. I've sponsored Eco Club for probably going on about 10 years. So I'm also activities director at Adams. So I'm very, very involved with the community at Adams, and I love every bit of it. Here's some pictures of my family over on the right with my wife and I, and then our 3 kids. More on them in a minute. And then over on the left here, a great picture, I think, of me giving my son a good toss. Really a great camera angle by my wife. She got ducked out a little, but I thought it was a pretty good throw. Here are the kids. Charlotte, my oldest here, she's 8. Ethan, who looks like a little miniature me, he's going to be 6. And then Emma, our youngest, is a 1.5 years. And these guys take up the vast majority of my time outside of school, which is fantastic. Wouldn't have it any other way. Okay, enough about me. Let's take a look over at Google Classroom so I can show you a little bit of how my virtual class is set up and how things look for your students. So this is Google Classroom for Botany, and we're on the stream page. So when your students click on the link from Google Classroom, this is where it will take them. And I plan on using the stream page for pretty much exactly what you see here. There will be agendas posted and then any general announcements. What I'll try to do is the day before, I'm not exactly sure which time, it'll change from day to day. The day before class, I'll post an agenda, and it'll spell out exactly what I want the students to do during our 1.5 hour time period. Most frequently, the first half hour of our class will be dedicated to some sort of work. The second half hour of our class will be our Zoom, our face-to-face in-person meeting. And then the third half hour will be, again, more type of classwork, whether that be work on an assignment or group work, things of that nature. Now, it can and will change from day to day based upon our needs, but that's kind of my general flow for our 1.5 hour time period. If you go back up to the top here as well, there's the classwork tab. This is where I will post all materials, all assignments, tests, and quizzes will all be under the classwork tab. First and foremost, right at the top is where our Zoom link will be. It will stay positioned right there throughout the time that we're virtual. I'm planning on continuing to use Zoom unless some things change with Google Meet, but I've been a big fan of Zoom. Then I'm going to break our units out by week. I found this organizational method to work best for me and my students. It's a little bit more concise than having units, and so I'll break it up by week 1, 2, 3, so on and so forth. You can see some of the work that we've done here in week 2. There'll be assignments posted, like for example, this assignment here, what is the plant, follow-up questions, that then the due date will show over here. I'm going to record every Zoom that we do, and I'll post them on here as well. And I'll have some pre-recorded lectures. So like, for example, this what is a plant notes here takes you to a YouTube link, and then there's some note sheets that go along with it as well. I'll do quite a few of those as opposed to doing a whole lot of lecturing through Zoom. This gives students the opportunity to watch a lecture as many times as they want, go at their own pace, and then we'll have time in our Zooms for me to answer specific one-on-one questions and me to re-explain some things in a bit more detail. I'll always keep our syllabus and our class information down here at the bottom, and then I also did include some information from the district in terms of some remote learning information and some digital citizenship stuff. Grades will show up here through Google Classroom, and your students will be able to see them up here through their grades tab as well, but they will eventually then get populated into student view, which is where ultimately the main portion of their grades will live. In kind of closing, I would say, please feel free to reach out at any time that you have questions. Email is certainly the best way to get a hold of me, jbondy@rochester.k12.mi.us. My email seems to be open pretty much all day in this virtual landscape. And kind of a final note, I guess I would say, is if you know your student's going to be absent in advance, it still is always best practice if they can send an email to me to let me know when they're going to be absent so that I can start to get the wheels turning in terms of getting them work. But again, as this virtual landscape kind of lends itself towards, all of our work will be available on Google Classroom. Everything we do in class, everything in Zoom gets recorded. We'll have pre-recorded lectures, all of the assignments we posted there. So it's a great resource for them to turn back to get the information that they will miss in class. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening.